Being totally honest, this whole week and today, pretty terrible. Um, like I said, I wanted to do this new series. To just be honest, and I woke up this morning just feeling sick to my stomach, like not like flu or cold sick, but like stomach sick. And obviously, with that, it messes with your mental too. And I think with school starting and everything and going back to school for the first time again, I told myself I can do it. I can handle it. And it's been like the second week of school already, and I won't lie, it's been a struggle. And I haven't seen anyone that I didn't want to see, but the environment, everything just feels so uncomfortable. And if I'm being honest, I haven't felt completely safe in the school environment that I've been in. And it's scary. It's scary. And I think today I really couldn't do anything. I felt sick, like even eating or anything, but I tried. Um, and I told myself I was gonna get a quick workout in, and I couldn't, like I couldn't. And I slept for like 13 hours. I woke up at 4 p.m. today. And I slept even more because that's how sick I felt. And I think it's like 12, around like 11 or 12 right now. And I ended up going to the gym. I got a quick chest workout in, and I didn't feel good going in. I didn't. And I mean, I still feel a little sick, like my stomach. Like I felt really bad, like stomach pain. I don't know what it was, but I think every morning I've been waking up, I've been thinking about my breakup more and more. And I don't know if anyone saw my last video. I was just being completely honest. Like there are days I feel like I never will heal. And I think I might have been sugarcoating that a bit. Because if I'm being honest, I feel like that every day. I think healing is hard. Healing is hard. And it's every day. It's every day I feel like it's this never-ending cycle. And it feels like I never will heal. Some days are better. Some days, I get myself moving and I get myself going out and doing the things I love. And it feels like, yeah, maybe I'll get there. But I will admit there has not been a single day I can confidently say, I think I will heal. And it's hard. It's hard when you have so much love in your heart. And it kind of just feels like, that love will never leave. And I think for the past 10 months, I have worked on myself in a million different ways. I have changed so many parts of myself and worked on all the parts of myself that I wasn't proud of and that I can admit, like, I am ashamed of. But the one thing that's never changed is my heart. My heart has never changed. The way that my heart feels, the love that my heart holds, that is one thing that has never once changed. And it's hard holding on to all that love in, that small heart that you have. I would say I have a big heart. But physically, your heart isn't, gigantic. There's only so much it can hold. And I think it's really hard when you have so much of that in your heart, and thing that people say, if you love someone, let them go. But how? How can you let go of someone you loved and cared for so deeply? That's a hard thing to do. That really is. It really is a hard thing to do. And some days I don't. Most every day it feels like a never-ending cycle, and I don't really know. That's me being very straightforward and honest. I've done this healing alone. I've done this healing by myself. That takes a lot of strength. That takes a lot of courage, and I did that for the last 10 months, and I'm still going. But some days it feels like it's an ongoing cycle, and I never know. And it's hard, but I did just want to be honest, because that's the truth. No one can be this fully healed and fully motivating person, all the time, and I can't. I most definitely can't. If I'm being honest, like, every day I'm not sure if I will be at that point in my life that I will fully be healed, And that's the hard truth, that is the hard truth. And I think that's why I wanted to do this kind of like diary series, It's not gonna be every day, but it's gonna be on the days I do just want to be honest and sit in front of a camera, like I said in my last video. I don't expect anyone to see these. This is for me, and it's getting posted to the internet. But that's the truth, Today, the strongest thing I did today was get up. And I think that's enough. That's enough to say. That is, if the most you did, if it took you the most amount of energy, the most amount of strength to just get out of bed, that's enough. That is more than enough. And for me, I didn't think I could even step out the house today to go to the gym. And for the most part, I couldn't, but I did it anyway. And that took a lot out of me. It took a lot out of me, but I just came back from the gym, Maybe I am feeling a little better. I don't know. So sometimes I'm not really sure how I feel. And that's the truth. That's me being honest. But yeah, I think that, that's my day, truthfully and honestly. It's hard. I'm still healing, and I don't like hearing that phrase, time heals all wounds, because truthfully, time itself doesn't. It's what you do with your time. And it's hard to know if I'm truly healing, because I've been doing everything right. That's the tough thing. I've been doing everything right in my healing. I've done it by myself, peacefully, and everything I've been doing is right. I've worked on myself in a million different ways, and I started therapy like last year. I'm not doing it anymore, but I feel more at peace. And I've done a lot. I've done a lot for myself. A lot of these days I just question, like, damn, I'm doing everything right. Why am I not healed yet? And it's hard watching the person you love just have it so easy. That was a tough thing for me. Just watching that person move on in 2 weeks. It's almost a year for me now. and I'm still healing. And it's a lot of the time it feels like life isn't fair, and life isn't fair. It isn't fair. That's the truth. But that's enough. That's enough of me talking. That was my day, and I just want to be honest. Right. Thank you.